Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. Today, guys, we have a new Honest trailer to react to. This Honest trailer is for Batman the Killing Joke. I saw this film about 2 weeks ago. I did enjoy the film. You're probably saying to yourself, did you like the part where Batman and Batgirl had sex? Oh my god, controversy! I'll talk a little bit about that after this, because I'm guaranteeing they're going to talk about that in the Honest trailer. So without further ado, let's get into it now. Honest trailer, Batman the Killing Joke. Let's get into it and see what they have to say. Let's go. Let's see what they say.
From the division of Warner Brothers that's still making good superhero movies comes the adaptation of the best Batman Joker story of all time, which should have been amazing, but somehow ended up including this.
Right away. Right away.
With Batgirl? Oh man. Oh, that is so wrong on so many different levels.
Yeah.
The Killing Joke. The joke is on us in this wannabe edgy misfire that looks like a fan-made Flash animation and sounds like some of the actors read their lines at gunpoint. Hello.
Wow.
I want to talk. I'm sorry.
Kevin Conroy sounds good, and so does Mark Hamill.
DC cinematic level storytelling to the DC animated universe, plus a dash of Lego Batman for good measure. You haven't been taken to the edge yet. Darkness. The abyss. The place where you don't care anymore.
I like this. I like that, though.
The long-awaited adaptation of the 48-page comic with a 40-minute intro tacked on to beef it up to feature length.
Yeah,
Where is he?
It did.
That takes the greatest Joker story ever told and adds all these new non-Joker characters like a generic mob boss.
Yeah, this was kind of iffy for me.
With his dumb nephew name.
Yeah.
His name is Paris. Paris Franz.
You're kidding.
And a 90s sitcom writer's idea of a gay person.
He's single. And they say the gay scene is not with him.
I think all this intro stuff they added in was kind of iffy.
Animated series
For
that's
sure.
trying really hard to justify its R rating.
I don't think they could plug a computer in their ass. The badness bitch breathing down my neck.
Can't quite make out whether it's bums or rats, but it's piss. God damn it. Fans loved the Killing Joke comic for its twisted Batman Joker storyline and criticized it for glossing over Barbara Gordon's victimization and torture. Now, Warner Brothers is fighting fire with gasoline by adding even more Batgirl, except now she also gets roofied.
You've got maybe 10 seconds.
Got drugged.
Baby.
Flirts with a criminal who's giving her attention.
Oh, baby, I think you've misjudged me.
Has sex with her boss, complains about men,
He's been avoiding me. At least I think he is.
and gets talked down to by a grown man in a bat suit. He doesn't know you. He's objectified. Holy batsplaining, Batman.
Holy bat.
We're partners.
We are, but we're not equals. Not even close.
Prompting this strong female character to just give up and quit, and only then get victimized in the exact same way as the original source material. So, problem solved by creating many more problems. So if you've always wanted a version of the classic Batman cartoon where Batgirl is paralyzed and humiliated, two of your favorite characters have random gratuitous sex, and an iconic graphic novel is ruined with a boring first half that adds nothing to the story. This wasn't supposed to turn out.
Man, they're really destroying
Then
this thing.
we've got the direct-to-video movie.
Jesus.
Also, you desperately need to see a therapist. Oh, not her. That's a whole other set of issues. Starring Batman and Cradle Robin, Batgirl, 90s gay best friend, the Red Triangle Gang, Killgrave, and Six Flags Gotham. Batgirl, sex in the Gotham City, followed by the Killing Joke.
Showed me pictures
Man,
of my daughter.
a lot to talk about with this one.
Ooh, that's gonna be an awkward talk.
Yep.
Be sure to subscribe for more honest trailers.
Okay.
Back in the 90s.
Okay. Okay, so like I said, a lot to talk about. They really destroyed this thing. I'm not saying it's a perfect film, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Batman the Killing Joke is like one of the best animated films ever done by DC. Not at all. There's a lot of issues. The beginning part with this mob boss and then the guy who's flirting with Batgirl, a lot of that was not really needed. I think they could have tacked on, as they said, they could have just threw in something a little bit better. Maybe giving more backstory of the Joker stuff leading up to that, you know. We did get to see some flashbacks of him becoming the Joker, but I feel like that they could have did a little bit better of terms of developing or building up to the iconic moment that we were all waiting for, which is Joker shooting Batgirl and paralyzing her. Now to the controversial thing I brought up at the beginning, because everyone's, talked about that when this movie came out. Here is my thing. I'm not completely against it, and let me argue why. I understand if people disagree, because I get it, We're not used to it. It's something completely out there. But this is set in the same timeline of the Batman animated series. And if you look at that, Barbara has a thing for Bruce. And of course, they explore it here in this movie. But there is a particular scene that I refer to that happens on Batman something Batwoman. It's like a 2003 animated film that's still set in the Batman animated series timeline. Batwoman comes to Gotham in that film, and there's a scene when Bruce is on the phone with Barbara, and there's kind of a thing that she says referring to their relationship, and Bruce gets very uncomfortable and hangs up the phone, basically just gets off the phone with her quick. Barbara has a thing for Bruce. When this goes down, the controversial scene, it does feel awkward, but to me, they've kind of already set it up a bit to where they have a relationship. Ultimately, we all know that Barbara ends up with, Tim Drake or another Robin or, other stuff like that, depending on the comics. But I feel what they've set up, I kind of understand it. But at the same time, I completely understand if people don't like it. To me, I didn't have an issue. I already knew about it before I saw the film. It didn't bother me. There was just some things they did in this film I didn't completely understand why they did it in terms of tacking on and adding on stuff at the beginning. The whole mob boss thing could have been thrown out and they could have had something with the Joker. Because he was introduced in the film kind of late-ish. But still, I feel like Kevin Conroy's Batman was good. Mark Hamill as the Joker was good. Tara Strong as Batgirl Barbara I felt was good. There was just some things they did in this film that I just felt, could have changed that a bit. Not in terms of the adaptation from the comic, more like the stuff they added in to make it a lengthier film and actually make it full-length animated. They could have did different things in that aspect. So there you have it, guys. Honest trailer, Batman the Killing Joke. They really destroyed the film. Like I said, I still enjoyed the film. It's not one of the best. There are plenty of other Batman animated films, let alone the other ones they've done, that are better than this one. But I feel like overall the voice work was great. I did like some of the things they did in terms of the adaptation and all that kind of stuff and the ending. But I feel like that overall it's not a completely horrible film. There's just quite a bit of things that people have issues with. And I don't have as many issues with as other people, but I understand why. Because, it's controversial and they do some stuff. You go, why'd they do that? Like in terms of putting in these extra bits and all this stuff in terms of these mob bosses, and it's unrelated to anything they're doing, but we get to see them kick ass, I guess. But so there you have it, guys. That's my thoughts, really. It's gonna go down as one of the most controversial DC animated films ever made, and it is what it is. If you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't, you didn't. That's really what it is. And this honest trailer, they're pretty much being honest. They didn't really like the film too much. So let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this honest trailer. What do you think about Batman the Killing Joke? What do you think about the whole controversial thing between Batgirl and Batman? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Peace out.